Hey everybody, thank you for watching another episode of Card Sets and Coffee. Today we're going to be going over the 1967 Leaf Garrison Gorillas trading card set. But before we begin, I would like to let y'all hear the theme song for the TV show that this is based on. All right, so let's see. Sorry about that. This TV series is the story behind it is really based on a group of convicts that were recruited by the U.S. Army by an offer to by an offer of a post-war parole. So, and they were to function as commandos across the German lines. It's pretty cool. Cool concept for a TV show. I guess they were like the A team, but they worked with the government, and they were convicts, so they got put over there, and they just took out a bunch of Nazis. Um, Pretty cool concept for a TV show. Um, Let me know if you've heard about it. This is a new TV series I've never heard of before, so it's really cool learning a little bit about it and what it was. And it actually wasn't even a hit show. It was interesting, so they made a card set after it. But yeah, they did that sometimes. I got several card sets that um, I really had to look up and do the history on it to figure out who they were or what they were about. All right, we're gonna start. Don't know much about this card set. Let's see if that's the first card. Nope, this is card number 27. So we're gonna put that back into 27 when we get there. That's a really just the cast, the whole cast, and um, yep. Oh, something just arrived from Amazon. This is the first card, and you can tell they're in pretty good shape. Oh, I got a little mash up there. So what I noticed is these cards are a little bit smaller than the regular cards. I'm gonna test it out with a regular card I have, a normal size card, but I think these are a little bit smaller. Leaf put this set out, but it is weird. Here, I'll use this. Let's see. Card case, it should fit in there perfectly. Yep. See, it's a little bit smaller of a card. It's wild. I'm not going to take exact measurements on it. Um, but well, here's an example. There's some action-packed Macho Man. I know that's a normal size card. Yeah, it's just a fraction smaller. It's wild. I don't know why they done that. I think the standard card size is, what is it, 3.5 by 3.5, or 2.5 by 2.5, but something like that. So on the back talks about the card and what's going on. So that's really cool. I'm gonna tell you what, I'll Turn it sideways so you can see that. I don't know if the camera picks it up, the writing good, but I'll move it a little bit farther up. Always, sorry, I never look at the camera when I'm doing this, and I always get a little too close to the edge of the desk. I don't know if these cards are, no, there's some. That's normal. I didn't know if all of them were sideways or not. I'm not sure how many is in a set. I'm kind of feeling a 66. It seems like that was a magic number for sets in these this time. And judging by the size of the deck, it looks like about a 66 count card deck. I wonder if that was that's a norm. I'm not really sure. I have a lot of card sets. There are 66 cards, and I wonder if it's because it fits in a binder perfectly. Blast 'em Casino. Casino left. Let's go blast a Casino lets go a blast of gunfire fire as he and other guerrillas move into aid underground fighters who have been discovered by the Nazis and marked for destruction. Sorry, my reading skills were horrible there. Couldn't. The gun was. It's hard to read with the gun there. I don't have the best light in here either. I got this little lamp that I put on right above my camera. I usually have it underneath my desk, but it shows too much glare when I leave it there. So I have two of them. I'll put one up there. I can turn it on and off. It's just a rechargeable lamp. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I watched a little bit of this show on YouTube. This is a quality set. If you can tell, it hasn't probably hasn't been opened in 30 years, and since it wasn't a super popular show, I don't know how many times this set has actually been gone through like we're doing now. But you could look at the corners, and the corners look great, considering that it's a smaller set and it kind of bangs around in there, but I keep it in pretty good shape. So sorry, my hands are getting in the way. I'm flipping through these pretty quick. So the TV series, there was only 26 episodes produced. They were hour-long episodes. Back in those times, that wasn't that much, but think about it nowadays, it's like 3 years worth of TV. Like it's crazy. These TV shows, they have shorter and shorter seasons. But I know the production they put in it now is a lot more expensive. But from what I can tell about this show, it was really cool. It looked like they was in legitimate towns, and there was gunfights and blowing stuff up. The production value on this show was really actually pretty cool. This TV show was inspired by the film The Dirty Dozen, so the action and stuff like that. Back in his day, it was ruled as kind of over-the-top violence, but you know, that may be a welcome sight in today's world, just watching something different, I guess. I know there's violence everywhere now, but I don't know if they can do more TV shows like this anymore. This was a serious show, but it had comedy elements because, you know, they didn't have to production value to make it crazy. Oh, I'm going to put that back. Make sure I put the 27. Y'all seen that, didn't you? Y'all was calling me out on it. Put that back in its rightful place. The TV series, it was created by a gentleman named Matt Morgan, or Mort Green. Sorry, uh, Mort Green. He wrote a lot. Um, this was one of his biggest series, though I'd say. I think that's the main character. Let me, yeah, that's Lieutenant Garrison. So this guy right here, his name was Ron Harper, and he played First Lieutenant Craig Garrison on a TV show. The series was popular enough, or at least had a cult enough following, to make this card set. I'm assuming. They also came out with a comic book series published by Dell. It only lasted for about 5 or 6 issues in the comic book, but the comic book series actually ran longer than the TV show. It ended in 1969, where the TV series actually ended in 1968. So, a little interesting tidbit. Ganev goes Nazi. Damn you, Ganev. It's a pretty interesting card set. Going through these, it makes you want to go back and watch some old episodes of this stuff. It's actually pretty good. Sorry if you hear some noises going on. I got the dryer and the washing machine going at the same time, and it's kind of right next to the bedroom. This is a pretty big set, um, considering that it was a smaller series. But when you got cards, you will produce. I'm not really sure how many sets of these were made. It's not really known, or if it is known, I wasn't privy to that information. But overall, the card set is immaculate condition. If you're looking, I don't know what the if there's a lot of people that had a graded set of these. I'm not sure what they sell for on eBay. It's not the most popular set, of course. Most people's never even heard of this. It's a series that only lasts for one season in 1967. So, of course, most of the people that are interested in this series might not be around much longer, or they don't really care about cards. So another one of those sets are going to vanish in history. A card set, maybe to be found 60 years from now. Maybe when film is reevaluated as art, especially old stuff. I believe that. I believe that all film has some kind of art to it. So there were 2 spin-off novels for this series. They were written by a guy named Jack Pearl. So it did have a little cult following. Um, it's wild. This is a series that was imported to, I think it was to China, and became popular over there. Has a major cult following in China, actually. I really enjoy this series. I think of the perception, they think of Americans. They're a bunch of convicts that get recruited by the U.S. government to take out Nazis and And I hope they don't think that's real when they was watching it, but you never know what those crazy Americans will do. I'm hoping I give me all enough time to read the back. Um, I know I'm going through rather quickly, but it's a big set. It looks like we're going to have 72 cards instead of 66. We'll see. You know, most of these old sets are made to be put in binders, so they always give good even numbers, or numbers that fit the binder, of course. I'm glad this is. I know this set's a little bit smaller, but I've been doing a lot of puzzle back cards lately, so it's nice to get some cards that actually talk about the stuff on the back for a change instead of the puzzle backs. The puzzle backs get boring, and I never want to put them together. They're all mixed up. So uh, plus I don't. My desk is not big enough to set up a whole puzzle piece, and I don't know if y'all want to see it. I guess I could um, on future episodes put up the puzzles at the end, but until then, until anybody says anything, I'm going to continue not doing it. So it looks like almost the same picture, same scene. 71 and 72. Last card of the set, ready for action. So, guys, that was it for Garrison's Gorillas. It's a cool, really cool card set. I enjoyed looking up the history on the TV series. Of course, I couldn't find much about the set. It's hard finding information about old TV series sets. It's easier to go with the TV show itself, because there's always people that's more interested in a TV show, and I can get more information out of that. I'm going to go back and redo in time my Three Stooges set. Since I went through it, I learned a lot about the TV series and the history of it. And the first time I went through it, I didn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. I put them in backwards. Son of a gun. Put this back away in here. You know, it's sad. I probably won't open this up for another 30 years. My nieces or something will be the next one to open this set up. I wish I can get them in the cards, but it's just something that you gotta want to do. You gotta have OCD too. And luckily they don't have that, so, or at least I can't tell yet. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'm glad you're alive.